Hi, this is Rasz and you are listening to my Daily Thoughts number 26. Today's reflections are about the day democracy died. Is it fair to say the time of democracy is over? If it is over, then it must have existed at some point in time, right? And if it existed, then we should be able to pinpoint a date, a year, decade or century when that actually was the case, when a true democracy existed. What is democracy, by the way? The Greek word demos points toward the people as having the power to govern through their freely elected representatives. If this is the idea behind democracy, then let us go back in time and ask when that actually was the case, when people had the power to govern, or at least when their representatives that were given the power to govern actually respected the will of the people. When was that the case? As for myself, I have to say I cannot remember for my time in this life that I have ever seen a true democracy at work, anywhere in this world. Surprised? I hope not. I rather hope that it is as evident to you as it is for me, that as long as money, power and control can influence people, there won't be true democracy. Well, some would say this is not new and that money, power and control always played the major role in politics. That's right, it always played the major role, however to a different degree. What before were county, state and countrywide issues are now continent and worldwide issues. Centralization, merger, streamlining, unification, and at the same time globalization are now some of the keywords that one needs to look out for, that are the searchlights in the sky showing you in big letters that those in power and control are expanding their reach. Let's take a look at a few examples how democracy works. First, you need to control the opinion of the people. And here we go. Ask yourself the question, how many independent radio and TV stations were out there 10, 20, 30 years ago, and how many are still left now? How could that happen that the vast majority of media companies are now in the hands of a few? Is this the wish of the people? Was there a worldwide or nationwide poll ever asking the people if they would agree that the control of the information brought to them is to be managed and controlled by only a few private entities? Next, once you control the media, you use, by way of lobbyism, the representatives of the democratic system to have all kinds of laws, regulations and rules implemented. Let us take just one example. What happened to the much acclaimed worldwide free trade agreement? As soon as those in power found out that it didn't work to their goals, they shut it down to their needs with fictitious issues such as special import-export duties and the expansion of the intellectual property rights, which, by the way, do prevent you from selling technology into Europe that you legally bought in Asia or America. That's right. Imagine a world where you are not allowed to sell a single hard drive in one continent that you bought in another. I'm not talking about fake products. No, I'm talking about the same identical hard drive made by the same manufacturer. Yes, this world exists today, right now. To have this complex intellectual property rights system implemented worldwide took years of careful preparation and a lot of lawyers at work. But it was planned ahead in time and put below the radar screen of the media, so it could be instated before the people would become aware of it. Is this the will of the people? Is this democracy? You be the judge. There would be countless issues to present here, but it is needless to do because they all follow the same path. Use the media, the weaknesses or, in other words, the human factor of the democratic system, and instill fear in the people, and you can pass almost any law or candidate at will. Is the Western system still democratic? I believe democracy suffers from a long-lasting cancer-like deadly disease and is in its final stage. Listen to my daily thoughts number 4, Highway. We are in the tunnel right now and there's almost no turning back. How can you stop billions of people from marching strong in only one possible direction? People's control over the media is completely lost. People's trust in the political representatives is completely lost. How can we change course? If world population would consist of French citizens only, we probably would have a revolution. But even if we all would be of French character, it is doubtful that a revolution would actually help. It would just delay the main problem for a few decades or so, because a new beginning isn't really one unless we won't make all the mistakes again. As long as we are longing for, or let ourselves be impressed by, money, power and control, there won't be a change in course. Think about how you can survive a stampede. By standing tall and motionless like a tree. Enough tall trees will make the herd deviate from its course. This is a beginning, and it all starts in your mind and how you treat and process the flow of daily information. Set up your own firewall, an example of which are my daily thoughts number 5 and 6, and live, socialize and vote according to your principles only. A fundamental change in the mindset is required to change course of mankind. You are part of it, and your mindset and leadership will make the difference. The unwritten group policies need to change. Take leadership in it. It is for a very good reason that the media companies are happily paying out hundreds of millions of dollars in yearly salaries for their provocative radio and TV hosts. Because these are the ones who, with a loud voice, rewrite the unwritten group and society polities to the liking of their employers. The good news is that there is still a turn-off button on your radio and TV set, if you are strong enough to use it. The media want you to get excited by the daily news hype, to keep your focus away from the really important issues that take place behind the curtain and below the radar screen. The good news also is that there is still the internet. I wonder how long it'll take before this last resource for independent, yet hard to find, information will be taken away. I'm pretty sure an army of specialists are working on it as you listen to this session. They are already controlling and able of recording every website you visit, every word you type and email you send. The word privacy in the internet environment doesn't exist as much as they make you believe it. But they cannot, yet, take away the right to publish and read information. If one day you hear centralization, merger, streamlining or unification in regards to the internet, will be the day mankind's democracy is taking its last breath. For today I thank you for your time. May the higher spirit help us evolve. Until the next daily thoughts, yours truly, Rasz. And today's post-lectum is: Our mind shall be the weapon, truth and logic our ammunition, integrity and courage our strength, compassion and love our comfort.